Good afternoon, everyone. Just wanted to give you a little quick garden update and some of what I've been doing this week. So, let's swing everybody around and take a look. Well, I can see my sidewalk, and I've cleaned up the flower bed. I still need to remove all the old ornamentation off the fence and get new ornamentation on it. The purpose for all this ornamentation on the fence is to keep my little terrier mix out of the flower bed, because those gaps where I got put the ornamentation are wide enough for her to go through. And I cleaned up this long neglected flower bed yesterday. This was a lot of work because the weeds were literally chest high on me, and there was a lot of burdock. So getting all that out took me about 3 hours of hard work. But fortunately, I managed to get it all done while it was still in the early morning shade. Before it got too hot. It did get up to about 96 degrees yesterday, but it was only 89 when I finished with it. So, yeah, I managed that. Still need to get a little help getting this long piece of metal hauled all the way to the garbage, and I still have to clean up these stones from when I had to get my chimney replaced and repaired. They took off the old corroded chimney stones and they just kind of dumped them in a pile down here. I still haven't cleaned it up, but now I can see where it is. And my big surprise was I found an iris in here. Yeah, I don't even know what color it is. About 15-20 years ago, I planted a lot of irises in here, in this flower bed, and I thought they had all died. I literally had no idea I still had an iris in here, but I was pulling away the bindweed and the grass, and there was an iris under it. So I've got an iris, and who knows, maybe I'll get some more iris bulbs. I've got a lot of iris bulbs. I need to dig up and divide my iris beds and divide the bulbs, and maybe I'll put some back here. I really need to decide what I'm going to do with this, but keeping it from getting weedy is number one priority right now. I got it cleaned up. I still need to clean up this side now and get this all cleaned up. Yeah, the ground is, that clay soil is really baked hard, so I'm going to have to do some heavy watering around here so that I can get the weeds out, but it will look so much better once all the weeds are gone. This used to be a really old flower bed. Previous owners had put in. I haven't really had time to do it much with it over the last 10 years, so it's gotten really neglected. But I need to get that taken care of. So, let's go see what we are doing with the squashes. If you've seen any of my shorts, you'll know I've already picked a couple of squash. I may have to pick another one. Well, here we are. And, as you can see, I've got a few that, well, if you compare them to the size of my hand, you can see I got a couple here just about ready to pick. My Straightneck Squash is growing. I've already picked a big one out of there. And, well, if you look down there, I got a very large dark green zucchini. And let's see if we can get this one picked. See if we can get this one out and twist it and get it out here. Boy, that is a big one. Oh boy. Huh? Yep. That one is probably as long or longer than my forearm. Oh wow, let's see. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but that's how big that is. It goes all the way to my elbow. That's a big one. All right, so we got a nice big zucchini here. Nice big one. I'm thinking zucchini patties. I love zucchini patties. Well, for right now, I'm going to sit it down in the garden bed because we're going to look at the rest of the garden, or the raised beds, and then we'll go take a look at the pumpkins and the sunflowers. I do have my sun golds are setting fruit. Can't wait until they finally ripen. Nothing yet here on this one. Oh, what was this one? Oh, this was the great white tomato. Well, so far I've got some blossoms though. There's some blossoms. Well, it's blooming now. So hopefully we'll get some fruit. And we got blossoms on this one, and this one is my, that's my Cherokee purple. It's got blossoms on it too now. So hopefully we'll get some fruit here in a little bit. This one is my Sunny Boy, and as you can see, it does have a tomato. It's actually got a couple of tomatoes on there. I don't know if you can see it. Boy, these ones will be bright yellow when they are ripe. Can't wait. And then my early girl has a couple. It set a couple of them on. So my early girl's got some tomatoes on now. My mystery tomato here, I think it's a beefsteak tomato. Lots of blossoms. Hasn't set fruit yet, but there's always time. My little peppers. All got little peppers. Oh, I've got little peppers. They are so cute and adorable. The banana pepper died, but these others are the rest of them. This is the mixed pack, so I should have a red, a green, and a purple when they ripen. My yellow one, the sweet banana pepper, it died. It's too bad. I'm a little sad, but my mom's got a sweet banana pepper that she's grown. It's gotten lots of peppers on it, so I can always get one from her. My volunteer tomato here is getting really big, and I have no idea what kind of volunteer tomato it is, nor do I even know how it got in here since I've never had tomatoes in this bed. So I'm not sure how tomato seed got in this bed, but hey, I'll take a volunteer tomato. So that is it. And yep, I think this one here is probably almost to the right size to pick. Got a couple little ones here that look like they never really developed. I'll have to get them off. But yeah, my squashes are doing very well. So let's go take a look at the pumpkins. Would you look at this? Look at how the vines are just growing on here. I really need to get through, but boy, it's really filling in, especially out here. And they literally have been coming out here every day and adjusting vines to kind of keep them from going where I don't want them to go. And I already found one little baby pumpkin. Let's see if I can find it again, because I keep losing track of where it is. It's very well hidden. Oh, where was that baby pumpkin? Ah, found it. It's my first pumpkin. Isn't it so adorable? I really think that one's going to be a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. It was in the mixed seeds. So some of these will be white and some of them will be orange. And I think that one's going to be an orange one. And that is just so exciting that the pumpkins are blooming. I'm getting blossoms every day. They're setting fruit now. Should have a really good crop of pumpkins come October for my kids and my grandkids. And it's just going to be really exciting. Pick some weeds. Always picking weeds out here. But yeah, you can believe my aisles, my lanes are disappearing as the pumpkins just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this one is just getting big. I don't even know. It's not vining or nothing. I hope I didn't get a squash again. I had one year, a few years back, I got a packet of seeds from Baker Creek. And one of the seeds ended up being a yellow zucchini. It was mixed in with the pumpkins. Got a big old zucchini seed in with the pumpkin seeds. They literally look the same, and I'm almost half thinking this might be a zucchini and not a pumpkin. It's just not acting like a pumpkin. It's acting more like a zucchini, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I ended up one year with these great big fat yellow zucchini. And I'm going, what? How did I end up with big fat yellow zucchini? And it was in the middle of my pumpkin patch. So I literally had to wade through all the prickly pumpkin vines to get to the zucchini and pick the zucchini. That was an interesting find that year. But hopefully I don't have any more zucchini, but I'm starting to get a little suspicious of this one because it's not really vining out. It's just kind of going up and out, but it's not producing any vines. So it's really interesting what you can get in a packet of seeds. I actually mentioned it that year on their Facebook page, and they were like apologizing. I said, no problem, I love zucchini. And I didn't get any yellow zucchini this year, so it was actually a pleasant surprise when that happened. So, and yeah, my one with the slowest start was this one. It just had a big struggle, a hard time, but as you can see now, it's developing a really good vine and it's taking off. So I can't wait. Another couple of months, we're going to have some really, really nice pumpkins here. So exciting. But I want you to really, really, really take a look at this. Got to take a look at this. Top rail. See the top rail? Now let's go up a bit higher and higher and higher. And look at that. All of those sunflowers. They are just gotten huge. I don't even know if they have flower buds on them yet. Let's see. We'll look down inside of this one. I don't know if there's a flower bud. I'll have to check the video after. I think we might have a flower bud down in the center, but I'm not sure. But they are just super tall. Super tall. They're all the way, these tall ones are at least 7 feet tall already. And they are looking so good. We're gonna kind of get out and walk back a little so we can see the whole row. I'm walking backwards. Yeah, trying not to trip. Not as agile as I used to be. But there you go. There you have it. They are towering over my fence. Just huge. Just look at them go. A little quick update on the raspberries. They're doing pretty good. My old canes are currently producing my first crop. Normally I'd been picking these from the middle of June, but because of our cold spring, everything was a little slow this year. So, but yeah, the old canes, last year's canes will produce the first berries, and they're usually small little berries, kind of tart, not super sweet, and they'll slowly die off as the little berries are ripening. But my big berries are actually going to come off the new canes. As you can see, this is a new cane from this year. You see it's flowering, and now those will be starting to ripen probably in a couple of weeks, and those berries are going to be big. They get so big on the new canes, and as the old canes die back, I'll come through here and clip out the old canes. And but yeah, as you can see, the old canes don't, while they produce the first fruit, it's not really super good quality fruit. But it does mean that technically, on a regular year, see, here's a new. Sorry folks, we got cut off in mid-sentence there. My phone got overheated and shut down. Anyways, like I was saying, it got a little dried out. I had a little trouble when it first got hot. I went from really cool weather to suddenly really hot weather, and a lot of the leaves decided to dry up even though I was watering regularly. Anyways, as I said, as these canes here all die back, and you can see they're not doing too well. Leaves are, but I'll clip them off, and then there will be nothing but this year's canes in here, and then they will be producing big fat berries for me all the way until we get a hard freeze. Oh, found me another little raspberry. They're tiny, but yeah, my first little raspberries. They're good to snack on. So, yep. And that is the garden update.